What is the metaverse?
Three, two, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
Virtual reality has been a long fixture in science fiction novels and films, a place that attempts to merge the actual and digital worlds into one. Fiction, though, is becoming more part of reality as VR technology and processing power advance, increasing demand not only in this space, but also for metaverse stocks. The metaverse has the potential to be as large as the internet. That is, at least if the plan goes into full effect. At its core, it's a domain that functions similarly to the internet, but one that our avatars can walk through and interact in. Furthermore, it would have one of its own economy, and a slew of companies are working to make the metaverse a reality. Epic Games, for example, organizes virtual concepts through its popular game Fortnite. We all remember the Travis Scott concert. In addition to video game companies, payment companies such as Visa recently purchased an NFT to help it better comprehend the digital commerce environment. As a result, when it comes to metaverse stocks, there's a lot of opportunity for investors. According to Bloomberg Intelligence, the metaverse business might be worth $800 billion by just 2024. In today's video, we're going to go over 6 metaverse stocks and 1 ETF that have the potential to be major winners in the next wave of technology. Number 1. Fastly. Latency or data lag has arisen as a result of cloud computing and decentralization. Users encounter this all the time when they click on a link in an internet browser and wait for the following page to download or procedure to occur. The problem is the distance that the data must travel, which isn't so bad if they're looking up the weather. However, if they're a self-driving car or doing robotic surgery, the data latency can be more than just a nuisance. This is where the edge in computing and technology companies like Fastly come in. Fastly runs an edge computing infrastructure as a service platform that brings servers and other equipment closer to the point of data generation. Fastly platform is capable of moving 145 gigabytes of data per second across 28 countries. Essentially, it aids in reducing the lag time and latency associated with decentralization. Companies appear to be pleased with the firm's products. Fastly's revenue growth has been rapid since its inception about a decade ago, with revenues increasing 14% year over year in the most recent quarter. The metaverse, like cloud computing, will necessitate a plethora of edge computing technologies. Consider the tremendous volume of data flow required to construct a real-time virtual world which users may engage. These types of transactions cannot just take place without the use of edge computing in firms like Fastly. In addition to its chances as a metaverse stock, Fastly also represents an interesting growth play on the continuous spread of cloud computing. Fastly is also cheaper than it's been in a long time thanks to a recent tech wreck introduced decrease in share prices. Number 2. Nvidia. Nvidia has repeatedly been loaded as one of the greatest long-term semiconductor stocks to invest in. Not surprisingly, its venture into the fields of artificial intelligence and other fast processing processors puts this company in a formidable participant into the metaverse stock. Nvidia's chipsets are already being used in a wide range of servers and other centralized systems required to do sophisticated calculations. This includes edge computing platforms operated by companies such as Fastly. With this position of leadership and the necessity to move quickly, Nvidia is clearly certain to be a major winner for the metaverse revolution. Another reason for its bright future is the anticipated acquisition of ARM Holdings by SoftBank Group. ARM is a significant participant in patents and software that enable processors to be integrated into computer systems. With this acquisition, Nvidia will be able to expand to its end-to-end ecosystem. In other words, it may immediately integrate its graphic processing unit and advanced processors into additional systems, hence increasing computing capacity. The metaverse is going to need this high-level functioning of computer power just to get off the ground. And with its $40 billion acquisition of ARM, it's far from certain, with UK regulators among the most recent to express antitrust worries, Nvidia remains a possible winner from the metaverse. After all, its chips have become the industry standard for high-speed calculations and processing. Number 3. Roblox. A video game may appear to be a strange choice for a fashion house Gucci to create an exclusive event, but it demonstrates the metaverse looming power and how Roblox is constructing the future. Yes, Roblox appears to be a video game. That is a pretty popular one. In the second quarter, the company had 43.2 million daily active users who acclimated to 9.7 billion hours of engagement. The problem is that it isn't actually a single game. Roblox hires outside developers to provide a variety of games, content, and other forms of entertainment for its consumers. The company earns money by selling virtual currency, which gamers can use to gain access to these games, experiences, material, and even virtual apparel, such as Gucci bag for their clients. The truth is that Roblox has already built a foundation for the metaverse within its game, and it's growing even more. Roblox CEO Dave Baszucki stated on the company's latest earnings calls with an analysis that the platform welcomes 6-year-olds and at the same time welcomes 30-year-olds. Roblox is investing a lot of money on people and acquisitions to build out its version of the metaverse. One notable example is its acquisition of Guilded, a platform aimed to connect diverse gaming communities. In terms of the company, Roblox platform and businesses model continue to generate increasing income. In the most recent quarter, the company's sales increased by a stunning 126% year-on-year. This comes on the heels of a 140 year-over-year revenue rise in the first quarter. Given its position to a forerunner in the foundations of the next generation of technology, this metaverse stock might be a strong addition to portfolios. Number 4. Facebook.
Today, we're going to talk about the metaverse.
Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook laid the groundwork for the corporation's metaverse ambition in 2014, when the company acquired VR startup Oculus. Overall, Facebook has struggled with the division in terms of its social media activities, and it has always appeared to be a fad business for the company. However, Zuckerberg may now be having the last laugh. In August, Facebook released a public version of Horizon Workrooms, a new Oculus app. Users can join meetings via avatars using the firm's VR goggles. They can see their computer screens and keyboards as well as engage in virtual whiteboard sessions. Facebook appears to be among the first to bring such technologies to market. Given the recent spike in work-from-home arrangements as a result of the COVID-19, this could be a significant win for Facebook in the near term. In recent news, Mark Zuckerberg just announced the transition of Facebook's name, now going from Facebook to Meta. Over time, this might result in a secondary source of advertising revenue or fees for content creators on its platform and system. Facebook might be a little behind compared to other big startup companies, but given Facebook's hardware dominance and present and first mover status in work-related apps, the metaverse stock could arrive sooner than others. What makes this even better is that Facebook is a safe bet on metaverse growth. There's no doubt about the company's profitability or cash flow generation. This could provide comfort to cautious investors as they consider their theme.
Limits of distance and physics beyond any one company, and that will be made by all of us. And I'm just incredibly energized to be on this journey with all of you. That was fun.
Good job, Mark.
Number 5. Autodesk. Autodesk first went public in the 1980s and is well known for its groundbreaking AutoCAD software. Engineers, architects, designers, and scholars can use this tool to virtually design and create buildings, goods, infrastructure products, and more in both 2D and in 3D. It is an industry standard software, and the majority of construction projects use it at some point during their existence. That software is still the company's bread and butter, generating more than $1 billion in sales just the second quarter of this year. Where Autodesk's story becomes intriguing is that developers have begun to use its tools to design and build virtual worlds for gaming and entertainment. The company now provides a suite of technologies designed to render 3D animation, build and launch virtual buildings, and create in the virtual reality and augmented reality worlds. Autodesk is a natural fit and is gradually becoming the developer's first choice when it comes to the metaverse and its construction. Perhaps the most encouraging aspect of all of this is that Autodesk has maintained its focus on profitable software as a service model. With recurring revenues accounting for 98% of total sales in the most recent quarter, those recurrent revenues have also resulted in a lot of income. In the second quarter, earnings increased by 23.5%, with Autodesk generating $186 million in free cash flow. With a lengthy history of 3D design, Autodesk is an excellent alternative for investors seeking for metaverse stocks.
Life is about opening doors.
Number 6. Shopify. The developers of the multiverse wish to establish a thriving economy within its virtual confines, which is a key feature of the metaverse. Digitalization of assets, cash, and the capacity to pay content providers are all required. This is where e-commerce expert Shopify comes into play. Shopify is well known as the company that enables small business owners to establish websites and conduct businesses online. Since its humble beginnings, Shopify has grown its toolkit and offers to include a variety of inclinary items required for small businesses to prosper. Shopify is now doing so in the digital and metaverse economies.
Maybe I can get my hands on one of those avatars and give it a little spin, eh? But what I really want still are those shoes. What are those shoes? I wouldn't mind that pigeon either.
This year, Shopify took two significant initiatives that relate to the possibilities for metaverse commerce. One example is the acquisition of the augmented reality app Primer. Users can witness the effects of a purchase or product in their space directly. It provides Shopify with a strong tool for the metaverse, allowing subscribers to build up possible stores or shopping experiences in the digital world. The second is the introduction of an NFT platform that will enable digital producers to sell art and other content directly to consumers. The Chicago Bulls were the first to put this product to test, releasing limited edition NFTs of the 1991 championship rings. Those two endeavors neatly position Shopify to put into the metaverse and gain a footing into the virtual world's prospective commerce goals. As of right now, Shopify is still doing what it does best, developing e-commerce solutions for businesses. As these future ambitions come to fruition, and as the top provider of such softwares and apps, shares of this metaverse stock are quite safe.
Creating new dreams you never knew could exist.
Number 7. Round Hill Ball Metaverse. Given the metaverse's buzzwordiness, it's hardly a surprise that there is already an ETF tracking the initiative. It's the Round Hill Ball Metaverse ETF, and in this scenario, it's Round Hill Ball Metaverse. And to be honest with you, it may be the ideal approach for investors to participate in the concept and develop for the virtual world. Round Hill Ball was created by futurist and venture entrepreneur Matthew Ball, among others, to completely portray the metaverse. Round Hill Ball has it all, from infrastructure and interface to content development and virtual experience. In fact, there are 50 different stocks. Cloud solutions, gaming platforms, and computing component stocks make up the largest majority of the ETF's holdings, accounting for nearly 70% of their total. Nvidia, Microsoft, and China's gaming behemoth Tencent are among the top individual holdings. When it comes to Round Hill Ball, there are certain caveats you could say. For starters, it's novel, like fresh from the wrapper new. The ETF is only introduced at the end of June. In general, it's a good idea to wait a few months for a new fund to amass assets and trading volume before investing. This is especially true for thematic and specialist funds. Having said that, the ETF has already amassed more than $100 million in assets. Volume has also begun to increase, with Round Hill Ball's 30-day average daily volume hovering around 250,000 shares. Second, investors should be aware of the associated costs. Round Hill Ball now charges 75% in annual expenditures. Even for a specialty fund, that's a tad on the high side. In comparison, the very compatible metaverse-styled iShares Virtual Work and the Life Multi-Sector ETF has expenditures of only 47%. With those two restrictions in mind, Round Hill Ball may still be a decent option for investors hoping to profit from the metaverse equities in general. Did you understand that? What do you think about companies around the world fighting for VR dominance? From Facebook to TikTok, who's to say which company around the world produces the best multiverse product? What do you think about the metaverse? Let us know in the comment section below. Please let us know if we also miss any additional stocks that we should keep our eyes out on. And as always, please share this with someone you think can benefit from this knowledge.
That's what being part of Team Galaxy is all about. Team Galaxy. Do what you can't.